Hi, I'm Paolo Abrera, host, husband, father, and this is My Life at Home. So a day in my life has changed quite a bit over the last couple of years. I used to get up very early, regularly, for a morning show on television. And I think broadcast and media in general has also changed quite a bit. So there's a bit more focus, I think, on the digital aspect of what we do. So nowadays, rather than being in a studio on a daily basis, now it's a little more flexible. Sometimes I'm creating digital content on site, much like what we're doing here. Sometimes I'm shooting with Newswatch Plus. We still continue to do our sustainability program called One Small Act. And there's, I think, a bit more of a pivot towards digital content. We do that both for Newswatch Plus and a new platform I'm developing. It's called the Gentleman's Field Guide. I think this is a different side of me that people may not know. It's basically just chronicling gentlemen's interests and finding my footing in that space. It's very easygoing. I just really look at what is of interest to me now and write about it, create digital content about it. For me, it's all about sharing an interest that I have and inviting people to join me on this journey, whether that's through the Gentleman's Field Guide, through our advocacy and sustainability program, One Small Act, or through sharing my lifestyle, what I do, how I keep fit, and that sort of thing. I still wake up early. It's hard to fool the body clock. I still wake up early, which is good. I'm not waking up early to go somewhere specifically on a regular basis, but I think having your body clock attuned to a regular schedule is quite good for your body. Gives me time to sort of set the tone for the day and basically just sort of organize myself and prepare myself for what I have to do for the day. Breakfast, as is always said, is the most important meal of the day. I look forward to it. It's like as soon as I wake up, I'm thinking, what am I going to have for breakfast? Coffee is always an important part of my day. Every morning starts with a good cup of coffee. And then I think about what I'm going to have. It needs to be healthy. It needs to be easy to prepare. I don't like big hassles in the morning. Convenience will never be more important than, nutritionally sound. I like to find that balance. In fact, when I talk about health, when I talk about wellness, when I talk about my approach to just generally being well, it's about finding a balance. The old saying where too much of anything is not good for anybody. So a little bit of everything in the right amounts is the balance I'm looking for. I love a good Pinoy breakfast, and one of my go-tos is vegan meat-free products. I love the adobo flakes, I love the tocino. You've also got the tapa, and you can create a really quick silog breakfast from this. It's hearty, it's filling, it's comfort food, but you know it's also good for you. Smells like breakfast. Now, for me, breakfast, it's often said it's one of the most important meals of the day. For me, it's the most important meal of the day. I like to fuel up with something substantial, something healthy. And this morning, I'm going to be whipping up a meat-free tapsilog, right? I'm using, of course, vegan meat-free tapa. It's ready to eat. Technically, we're just warming it, crisping it up in the pan and getting a nice texture to it. It's super tasty. It smells like tapa. And trust me, it tastes like tapa. And it's super easy and convenient to prepare. So if you're in a rush in the morning but still want to leave nicely fueled up and nice and full so that you've got energy to start the day, this is my go-to. I'm thinking of serving this up with a little bit of brown rice and, of course, egg on the side to make it a classic silog. But this is one of those easy to whip up, meat-free, healthy recipes that I love to start the day with. All right, let's give it a try. Some of our meat-free tapa with some egg and some brown rice. Perfect bite. So good. It's hard to believe something that looks like this and tastes like this is actually healthy for you. Plant-powered protein. Vegan for me is an intentional choice that I make to have a healthy, balanced meal. It has a unique flavor of its own that really sort of channels the classic flavors of our favorites, you know, tapa, tocino, adobo, but in a healthy alternative. You don't call something tapa if it doesn't taste like that. So close your eyes and you're tasting tapa, you're tasting adobo. Texture is also what tapa, tocino, and adobo is supposed to be like, but you know that it's something that is good for you. All right, I like to make sure that I fit in a workout when I can, and I want to make sure that I'm fueled up for the energy that I'm going to be putting into my workout. One of my favorite things to prepare is, of course, some vegan meat-free burger patties. You can prepare these in a variety of different ways. Classic burger in a bun. For this, I'm going to be cooking this up and serving it, or preparing it rather, as a burger steak. So I'm going to serve it with some rice and a little bit of mushroom gravy. It's a great way to hit your protein requirements, and again, it's also food that you know is healthy for you without compromising anything when it comes to flavor or texture. I think people have always known that I like to keep myself active, I like to keep fit, and I'm a little bit more conscious about that now and a little bit more intentional with what I eat, what I do, because of the stage of life that we're in. You know, we need to be a little bit more careful and a bit more balanced when it comes to nutrition. And fitting in a meat-free meal when I can is one of the great ways that you can make sure that you're creating a nice balance in your diet. And plant-based protein is actually a great way for me to get the protein requirement I need for the exercise that I put in. It's easy to digest, nutrient-dense, and keeps you full. So it's a great way to sort of get the protein that you need for the kind of workout that you intend to do. Very versatile as well. You can prepare it in so many different ways. The nice thing about it is it's not a meal that I just prepare for myself. Whatever I eat, the rest of the family eats as well. So I know that if I'm eating well, the rest of the family is eating well and eating good as well. For me, it's all about completing the puzzle. Finding the right type of exercise, the right amount and effort you put into your exercise, and also making sure that your nutrition is also on point. You need to eat well. Protein is king when it comes to refueling and making sure that you are eating the right building blocks to replenish the stores that you burn during your workout, and protein is king. It's nice to mix it up though. Don't stick to just one source of protein, and plant protein is one of the great ways that you can sort of replenish your body's stores in an easy to digest but still nutritionally dense format. So fitting in a meat-free protein source along with everything else, partner that with the right kind of exercise that works for you, and you've got a winning formula. I do a mix of things. Of course, I've always been, I have a bit of a background in triathlon, so cycling, swimming, running. But at this point, I try to work in a little bit more strength and load-bearing exercises. I do go to a gym, but when I'm not able to go to the gym, a home workout is perfect. I keep a pair of dumbbells handy, and any opportunity to fit in a little bit of basic strength exercises using dumbbells, body weight, it's a great way to make sure that you get your workout, even if you're not able to make it out to the gym. Growing up, I was always on the heavy side, so it wasn't until my late teens when I decided to sort of adopt a more fit lifestyle. I tried to do something about my weight, get stronger, get healthier, and it's stuck with me ever since then. And it's just become part of how I keep myself feeling good, great way to manage stress, and it's a good way to just maintain overall health. After a long and busy day, unwinding for me is really just, I guess, unplugging, reading a book, reading a magazine. Sure, we still spend time online, but really sort of we try to unplug from work and the stresses of the day. Living well for me is really about finding balance. So finding time for work, finding time for family, and finding time for yourself. I'm more of a service guy. I love doing things for the family. If somebody needs a favor done, it's always a great pleasure to do that. And preparing a nice meal is also another thing that I love to do for the family. But at the end of a long day, you want something quick, you want something convenient, but at the same time, you want something of good quality. You don't want to serve just anything to the family. So vegan meat-free nuggets is one of my favorite go-tos, along with a side of fries. Perfect. It's something that the whole family enjoys. We can all get together. You can cook it in a variety of ways. You can go old school and fry, or if you want an even healthier way of preparing it, you can use an air fryer. Then you end up with something that's nutritionally sound, nutritionally dense, but at the same time, it's fun food. You know, it's food that's enjoyed by everybody. I love it, and the family loves it as well. If you're able to integrate a meat-free dish at least once a week or a couple of times a week, then you know you're serving your family something that's good, something that's healthy, and at the same time, something that brings the family together to share something that we all enjoy. Dinner with family is important for me because I think time together is precious, and anything that brings the family together is okay in my book. And the number one thing that we love to share is good food. Good food, good stories, time together. It's one of the best moments of family time for me. So today was a packed day. We got up early, did my usual morning routines, did a little bit of work. We shot with One Small Act. And in between all of that, I still was able to prepare healthy, hearty meals for myself and the family using vegan meat-free products. For me, living a healthy life is about finding balance. You know, too much of anything is not good for anybody. So indulge when it's time to indulge, work in some healthy habits when you can work in some healthy habits, and basically just live life to its fullest. I'm Paolo Abrera, and this is my life at home.